What's going on, guys? In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to correctly lead off from first base so you can not only steal more bases, but get more runs for your team and help them win more games. As a coach, I still find that a lot of players don't know how to take a proper lead, whether they were taught incorrectly or just weren't taught at all. So if you're fresh out of Little League and you've never led off before, or you've been leading off for a while, this video is going to help, so let's get right into it. So the first thing I want to talk about is where we're going to lead off from first base. Okay, so when we take our lead, we want to make sure to take the lead from the back of the base and out rather than the front of the base and out. Now the reason that we do that is when the pitcher throws over to first base, we want to dive back to the back of the base rather than the front of the base. Okay, I know that's only 15 inches, but that could be the difference between making it back and being safe or getting picked off. Now, one mistake that I see with a lot of players when they're leading off is they'll lead off from the back of the base, but they'll take their lead backwards, okay, which doesn't really make any sense because if you know anything about math and geometry, that's a longer distance to first base, and it's also a longer distance to second base. So if he's thrown over, you got to dive back or you got to make your way to second. It's a little bit longer of a distance. So when we take our lead, general rule of thumb that I like to teach, there's a lot of different ways you could do this. I like to teach one step and then 3 big shuffles, okay, just like that. But like I said, this varies from person to person. It could depend on how quick you are, how slow you are, how tall you are, how long your arms are. So this is all general rule of thumb, so it's different for every person. But this is where you kind of want to be. You want to be as far away so that's just a step and a dive back. Okay, if you're here and all you got to do is one step and then you're back of the base, that's not long enough. Okay, and if you can just go here and just fall over, it's not long enough. Okay, you want to get a big enough lead where it's just a step and a dive back. So I just want to quickly talk about when we are taking our shuffle steps. The way we want to do it is we want to take a little step and then a big step. Little step, then a big step. Okay, opposed to bringing our feet together and then taking a big step, bringing our feet together and taking a big step. Yes, we will get bigger shuffles and bigger strides each time, but what happens when we're here and we bring our feet together here and then he throws back right at this moment? All of a sudden we're not in a very athletic position to dive back. Whereas if we take a big step and then a smaller step, then a big step and a smaller step, we might have to take a few more shuffles, but if we get to here and then he throws back, we're still in an athletic position to dive back. So now let's talk about the secondary lead. Okay, so we've taken our lead, small step, 3 big shuffles, maybe one more. We're kind of judging it based on our own personal abilities. Okay, so now the secondary lead is after the pitcher lifts his leg and he makes his way home. We're gonna take a couple shuffle steps and we're either gonna read a ball in the dirt and then take second base, read the ball off the bat, maybe break up a double play, or maybe it's a hit in the gap. We're gonna make our way around, or we're just gonna turn and come back. So now this is where I want to talk to you guys about hunting bases and being aggressive on the base path. Okay, this is the problem that I see with a lot of players is just because they aren't stealing second base and they aren't going anywhere, that they take small leads and they're lazy with their secondary. Okay, so if you're not going anywhere and you take a small lead and then you take a lazy secondary and then the ball's hitting the gap and now you're on your horse all the way around to home and you're out by half a step, well, what would have happened if you took as big of a lead as you can, okay, and then you get a good secondary. Now all of a sudden you're here rather than here, and you can actually make that play home and you're actually safe rather than taking a lazy lead and a lazy secondary. It's gonna help you score more runs, it's gonna help you win more games. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you found value in the video, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps to grow the channel. And if you haven't yet, please hit that subscribe button below. If you're interested in any of my online programs, I offer swing analysis for players, and I also do personal training for players and for busy parents. So if you're interested, fill out the application below, and I'll see you guys next week.